Hey guys, this is Devin Knight, Knight Brothers Construction Services. So with this video, I just wanted to take a minute to explain a little bit about what we're doing here on this project. If you saw our first video, you're probably wondering why we dug this big hole right here next to this window. Well, it's actually to add a way of egress or an egress window to an unfinished bedroom in the basement. For those of you that are not familiar with the way of egress or egress window, it's a fire escape. It's a way to escape if there's a fire or for any emergency. When selling a home inspector will not consider a bedroom without a way of egress or an egress window. So what you see us building here now with these 4x4s is going to be a 3-tier retaining wall that the homeowners sent to us from Pinterest. To hold these 4x4s together, we're using the Simpson strong drive timber screws. In this case, we're using the 5 and the 6-inch. We use them quite a bit whenever we build decks, and sometimes when we install beams and other things. They've always worked really good for us in the past, so we figured that they would work good in this situation too. Behind each layer of the retaining wall, we'll add plastic. That way, over time, water won't push dirt through and make it look all ugly and muddy on the front side. Also, as each tier goes up, we'll add pea gravel to the front side just to give it a little bit more character. For the ones of y'all that are wondering about that old piece of wood sticking out above the existing window, that's where a deck used to be that we tore down previous to digging this hole. After we get this new egress window installed here, we will build a 10 by 16 deck above these two windows. As you can see us doing behind the first tier of the retaining wall, we filled the dirt in and tamped it taut. That way, over time, the ground won't sink. As we start going up with tier 2 here of the retaining wall, we make sure that everything is still good and level. That way, as we go up, it'll stay level and then help us out when starting our next tier. Here's a fun fact that I wanted to throw in that some people might not know. By adding a bedroom, you could potentially add 15% or more to the resale value of your house. That's just something good to keep in mind if you're thinking about adding a bedroom or selling your house. Another thing that we did that you'll see us do here in a minute is we drilled holes through all the tiers of 4x4s and drove rebar down just to secure it in the ground and keep them from moving over time. If it looks like it was hot and we were sweating, then let me tell you, yeah, it was very hot and we were sweating. But hey, hard work always pays off in the end. So you can see now we're backfilling behind the second tier and tamping it down, getting ready to start our third tier going up. I thought it was pretty awesome that the homeowner let us use her Kubota yard tractor to move the pea gravel around and to backfill against all the tiers of the retaining wall. I'm sure my guys thought that was pretty cool too and appreciated it very much. Here in just a second, you'll get to see us putting more pea gravel in the top of the third tier there. I think it really adds a lot to the look of this project. Out of all the custom projects and work that we've done for homeowners over the years, this is the first time that we've ever built a wood retaining wall like this. If anybody has any questions, tips, or tricks, please leave them in the comments below. We're getting ready to drive the rebar in for the last tier. And then after that, we'll put one more row of 4x4s on and be done with this top tier. After that, we'll add the plastic on the back, backfill everything, and then start marking out for the window and cutting in for the window lintel. If anyone's not familiar with the lintel, it is a horizontal support of timber, stone, concrete, or steel. In this case, we bought a piece of angle iron from CNC Masonry. Normally, lintels were put in either while the brick is being laid or they go behind the brick. Later on, all the brick will be getting painted and the lintel will get painted along with the brick. It'll blend in just fine underneath the newly built deck whenever we get to that stage in the project. That leaf blower that you saw us using there to blow the dust away while we were cutting the brick worked wonders. Anybody that's cut brick with a quick saw or a grinder before would really appreciate that. You can see us put the last bit of plastic in now, and right after that, we're going to be cutting the last little bit of brick to be able to install the lintel. Here we are using that wonderful dust-blowing leaf blower again. That thing really did help us out with the dust problem. We had to make sure that we cut the groove big enough to go over top of the existing window. That way we could make sure that the brick was supported well enough above both windows. We also had to put one on the inside too to make sure that the brick on the outside was supported good and the block on the inside was supported good enough to hold the weight of this exterior wall. Here we are squirting glue on the lintel. We're going to slide it in and then put shims in it to wedge it up tight against the top brick. And then, like you can see here, we're squirting epoxy underneath it to hold it in. Before we start building the deck here, we'll make sure that we seal around it very good, that way there's no water leaks or water can't get in any way possible. Here's the last little bit of dirt being backfilled against the retaining wall. If you liked this video and learned something from it, please like, follow, and share. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day.